In this video we do practice with other ligatures. Welcome back to another video about white menstrual notation. I'm Ricardus and here on the web I share with you all my knowledge about early music, white menstrual notation, partimentur, composition and more. In this video we're gonna do practice with some ligatures, because in my series white menstrual notations, in videos number 3 and 4, I talked about ligatures of 2 notes and ligatures of more than 2 notes. So the most important thing at this point, before going on to other topics about white menstrual notation, is to consolidate our ability of reading ligatures. So in this video we do practice. I'll draw some ligatures at the board. You can stop the video, you can make your reasonments, and then I'll give you the solution for these ligatures. So don't talk anymore and let's start with our exercitation. This is our first ligature. So stop the video and say your answer. Are these notes longa, brevis, semibrevis or maxima? The solution is semibrevis and semibrevis. Why? The reason is that we have 2 notes in one figure. At the left of the first note we have a left ascending line, that is a pilum. This left ascending pilum makes the first note and the second note semibrevis and semibrevis. Now let's pass to the second ligature. This is our second ligature. So stop the video, say your answer, and then I'll give you the solution. Okay, so let's analyze this ligature. The first note is descending. It means that by the rule it should be a longa, but the left descending pilum makes the first note a brevis, in this way. The second note is a brevis because it is a middle note. All middle notes of a ligature of more than 2 notes are brevis by the rule. The third note is a brevis because it is a normal middle note. The fourth note is another brevis for the same reason, and the last note is a longa because it is like these figures, and two descending notes are longa and longa. So this is a longa. We have brevis, 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 brevis and longa. Okay, let's go on with the third ligature. This is the third ligature. Stop the video and say your answer. Let's start from the beginning. This figure has a left ascending pilum, so the first 2 notes are semibrevis and semibrevis by the rule. When I have a left ascending pilum in a ligatures of more than 2 notes, the left pilum makes the first and the second note semibrevis and semibrevis. The third note is obviously a maxima. We can recognize a maxima by its form in a ligature, like in this case. The fourth note is a brevis because it is a common middle note. And the last note is a brevis because it is in an ascending direction. Okay, let's go on with the fourth ligature. Okay, this is the fourth ligature. Stop the video and say your answer. Okay, this ligature is the first note is a brevis because it is a ligature composed of 2 ascending notes, and the first note has not any kind of pilum. The second note, if he had not this pilum, it is a brevis. But because it has this pilum, right descending pilum, it becomes a longa. So our ligature is brevis and longa. Now let's pass to the fifth ligature. Okay, stop the video and say your answer. Perfect. So the solution is, the first note, it is an ascending note respect on the second. So it should be a brevis, but because of this right descending pilum, the first note is a longa. The second note is a brevis because it is one of the middle notes. The third note is another brevis for the same reason. And for the same reason, the fourth, the fifth, and the second notes are brevis. And the last note, because of the obliqua form, is another brevis. If at the place of this obliqua form I had, for example, this, the last note in this case is longa, but because of the obliqua form, the last note is brevis. Okay, now let's pass to the sixth ligature. This is the sixth ligature. Stop the video and say your answer. Okay, let's start. The first note, because it is a descending note, we have to consider the first note, the direction is descending, it's a longa. The second note is a common middle note, so it is a brevis. The following three notes are for the same reason brevis, and the last note, because of its form, is a maxima. Very simple. Now let's pass to the seventh ligature. This is the seventh ligature. It's very simple, only two notes. So let's consider the direction of the two notes. Two descending notes, by the basic rule, should be longa and longa. But because of the left descending pilum on the first note, this is brevis and not a longa. And the second note, because it is not an obliqua form, is longa. So the correct answer is brevis and longa. Now let's pass to the eighth ligature. Okay, this is the eighth ligature. Stop the video and say your answer. Okay, perfect. The solution is this note is going to an ascending direction, so it is brevis. The second, brevis, because it is a common middle note, and this for the same reason the third is a brevis. The last note, because it is on an ascending direction, it is another brevis. Simple. Now let's pass to the penultimate ligature, the ninth ligatures. Okay, this is the ninth ligature. Stop the video and say your answer. Okay, the solution is the first note is a maxima. We can recognize it by its form. The second note is a longa, because this is a real pilum. It is not only a conjunction between this note and this other one. It is a pilum because the line goes down below the second note. So this is a longa. The third note is a brevis because it is a common middle note. We have here another brevis, and at the end of this ligature we have a brevis because of the obliqua form. And now let's pass to the last ligature for this video. Okay, stop the video and say your answer. Perfect. The solution is the left ascending pilum makes the first and the second note semi-brevis and semi-brevis. This because of the pilum, the third note because of the pilum is a longa, and the third note is a brevis because it is a common middle note, and the last note because of the obliqua form is another brevis. I hope you enjoyed this exercise, this interactive exercise between me and you. If you want to download the PDF of this video with all the ligatures and more other exercises you can do alone with their relative solution, you can download the PDF on my Patreon subscribing a semi-brevis membership. In fact, by subscribing a membership on my Patreon, you help me in creating this video for you about early music white mensural notation, partimento, and harmonic counterpoint, and more. And you can have the access to many other contents like improvisation elements, so how to exercise it for improvisation at the keyboard. Every week I publish 1, 2 or 3 videos about improvisation elements only for patrons, and you can also download all the PDFs of all my videos. So for this video is all. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, activate the bell, join my Telegram channel to keep updated on all the news of my videos. Leave me your gamma out and see you in the next video. Bye!